Hello, everyone. The purpose of this live is to answer any questions and queries if you have related to any subject or anything that you want to discuss with me. Yeah, anything that you want to talk about, if you need a guidance on, let me know so we can have a quick chat and discuss about the various aspects of your career aspirations. Uh, so, uh, the purpose of this live. Okay, Rakesh, first, you have to be very well equipped with the financial concepts and the concepts or the questions which are generally asked in any interview. Once we are confident or my team is confident that yes, you are able to get the concepts clear या आपको चीजों का लॉजिक समझ आ रहा है आप एक्सप्लेन कर पाओगे उन चीजों को दैट इज व्हेन आई विल गो अहेड एंड वर्क ऑन योर रिज्यूमे क्योंकि द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू मेक श्योर दैट योर रिज्यूमे गेट्स शॉर्टलिस्टेड सो हाउ विल दैट गेट शॉर्टलिस्टेड जब आप उस रिज्यूमे में वो स्किल सेट्स डालोगे या जो भी आपने सीखा जो भी आपने काम किया द रिपोर्ट्स दैट यू वर्क ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट्स द लाइव असाइनमेंट्स एंड द केस स्टडीज दैट वी विल प्रोवाइड यू उस पे जब आप वर्क कर लोगे यू विल बी एबल टू यूज दोज थिंग्स इन योर रिज्यूमे and once your resume is prepared that is when we'll go ahead and refer you to a specific division that you are interested to work in. So I can refer you across anything consulting, assurance, tax, enablement services, or strategy and transaction. So, what are your interest areas? Any specific area that you want to, explore in finance or accounting? Let me know if there is any concept or anything you want me to teach, or if there is anything you face difficulty with. We can talk about that. And yeah, it's a very random live just to answer your questions, if any. So anyone, any queries related to corporates, related to the concept clarity, related to job interviews, the interview questions and answers, how to prepare, in which cities you would refer. So the referral does not happen for a specific city, Rakesh, depends on the vacancy. For example, अगर vacancy गुड़गांव, नोएडा या फिर से हरियाणा या दिल्ली region की आई है, so we would be referring you for that specific job ID and the job role. Maybe on the basis of the vacancies and your preference, they can place you in any city that you give the first preference to. So ऐसे ही होता है आपसे वो preference पूछते हैं that which is your preferred city to work in. अगर वहाँ vacancies available होंगी they'll give you that, otherwise they'll give you some other city. Most likely it could be the metro cities like Bangalore, maybe in Gurgaon or Noida or maybe in Pune, Mumbai, anywhere. Keshav, you can go ahead and ask if you have any specific interest in any department. I can try and talk more about the same. So I am a part of the strategy team. Any in general, the strategy and transaction teams take care of the transactions or the external. There could be a merger happening, there could be an acquisition, there could be a split off, a spin off. So in those cases, a lot of financials or a lot of valuation is needed, right? So that is what the strategy team does. Consulting may you have business consulting, you have tech consulting, so many other areas in consulting. If you're more inclined towards accounting, audit, then you can be a part of the audit team, tax team, or you could be a part of assurance. So valuation team is a part of SAT. In valuation, we do public company valuation, private company valuation. So valuation is a part of core finance. It is not a part of audit or tax. Audit and tax की अलग team है. Any other questions, anyone? आपको और कुछ पूछना है? You want to discuss about the questions asked, or what are your interest areas? Any difficulties you people face? So, well, if I talk about the work-life balance, see, it's manageable. हर organization में busy season होता है, peak season होता है. So the same is happening here. That is the whole point. That we do work a lot. Sometimes we work for late hours. We log in at 8 a.m. in the morning. Depends on the kind of work that is pending. But you can try and manage. Take उतना ही काम लो जितना you feel that you will be able to deliver confidently. That is the whole point. So yes, work-life balance is there because आप 3-4 महीने बहुत continuously work करते हो and then you get to chill also, right? Well, Rakesh, it's up to you. We don't force anyone. That is the reason I'm here. You can, ask any questions you have. You can you can give it a chance. But I won't force anyone. That is the reason I take a lot of free sessions first or a lot of induction sessions. You can have a look at the sessions I have taken or and uploaded on my YouTube. But again, it's your choice. You have to help yourself before someone can help you. So be prepared, have that learning attitude, and there is no wasting of anything. The only thing that will be wasted is your time if you don't take steps early in your life. If you don't prepare yourself at the right time, trust me, it will impact a lot, right? So make the right choice and go ahead with it. See, no money is wasted. You get to learn something at the end of the day. And अगर आप curious हो, if you have that initiative taking capacity, or if you are willing to learn, no one can stop you from doing that, right? So, Kesha, we do work 9 to 10 hours some days. We even work for 12 hours some days. But then it is compensating, right? I mean, it is manageable. अगर आप एक दिन 12-13 घंटे काम कर रहे हो, next day you can relax a bit too. So nobody would pressurize you with a lot of work. But yes, if work is there and it has to be done, it has to be done within the stated guidelines. And I think this is irrespective of the organization. आप कॉलेज में भी काम करते हो तो you have a deadline, right? So how many of you are postgraduates here? I see Harish is an MBA in finance. That's very nice. So, which is your favorite subject, guys, to study in your respective domains? So, if I ask you that, what is your specialization, or what is that subject you really like talking about, or you like, exploring? So, what is that subject or topic? Rakesh, in the course, everything will be taught live, and you would be supposed, I mean, you would be expected कि आप एक notebook paper लेके उसको लिखो. I will be sharing presentations. I will be explaining the concepts, but more than the ebooks and the written material, आप खुद real data पे with the real company's information, you'll be working on the Excel files, right? So it's more of working on Excel क्योंकि finance and accounting cannot happen without having the right Excel skills also. So आप जब सब कुछ Excel पे करोगे, you would not feel the need to have an ebook. However, for the theory concepts or for the concepts जिनके लिए आपको कुछ ना कुछ some sort of written material चाहिए, I'm certainly going to provide you that in the form of a PDF. But with me, there is nothing where you have to learn. आपको सब चीज लॉजिक से समझनी है. You don't have to read any books. You just have to do and say, you just have to follow what I am telling you to do. That would be more than sufficient. अगर कोर्स करके भी बुक्स वगैरह पढ़नी पड़े तो क्या फायदा, right? Rest, if you have any questions related to what will be covered in the course, how will we proceed with the course, you can go ahead and ask. Harish, maybe one of the reasons could be that your resume is not a finance resume. It still talks about your experience in the US mortgage industry. So we would start with including some of your, live engagements or your live experiences in the finance domain, which means we'll talk about your experience making a report here that you'll be doing with us. एंड ऑल्सो यू कैन मेंशन दैट मैंने इस कंपनी का फाइनेंशियल एनालाइज किया है दैट विल गिव यू एन एज एंड दैट विल मेक योर रिज्यूमे नोटिसेबल in front of the recruiter. So maybe we are lacking from the, by not mentioning the right things in our resume. So we should understand that just having the knowledge is not enough. We have to have those keywords which are required by any recruiter or any organization, right, in our resume. हो सकता है आपके resume में finance related words उतने ना हो. Well, since you are an MBA in finance, I would suggest ki don't use your US mortgage, underwriting process experience to quote that, yes, I want something in finance now. Even if you are an MBA in finance and you are a fresher, trust me, there are a lot of organizations that hire freshers. Maybe we are not able to identify them in the right way, but I will help you with that, right? So when I also started applying, time लगता है, it takes time. बट ऑल दैट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन मेक श्योर कि जो रिज्यूमे आपने सबमिट किया है वो उस कंपनी के प्रोफाइल से रिलेटेड हो. डू यू गाइज अग्री विद मी? हम गलती क्या करते हैं, वी सबमिट अ जनरल रिज्यूमे टू ऑल द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड फॉर ऑल द जॉब्स. टेल मी दैट yes we all are doing we all were doing it because that is not the right way, right? थोड़ी मेहनत तो हमें करनी पड़ेगी ना बिफोर अप्लाइंग फॉर अ जॉब बिकॉज दैट स्पेसिफिक जॉब इज गोइंग टू हायर मी. So I will be working on these areas and I will be teaching you these things as a part of the course. So guys, go ahead, take this opportunity because I am doing it live just for this one time. After this, I won't be able to take live sessions anymore. However, I'll be available to help and interact with all of you when time permits. So, Rakesh, what kind of roles are you going to target on, or what kind of roles are we going to help you refer to or apply to? Depends on आपका interest किस में है. So, if you're working in the accounts payable profile as an analyst, maybe you want to enter into finance. So, finance में भी आपको कहाँ जाना है? Do you want to get into a lot of research profiles in finance, or you want to be a valuation analyst, or maybe you want to do some sort of tax work? तो वो डिपेंड करेगा बट वो फाइंड आउट करने के लिए यू हैव टू डू समथिंग फर्स्ट. आपको हर एरिया को थोड़ा थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा. Okay, you have already applied in US taxation. Okay. So have you applied in EY India or EY GDS? Guess that was EY India. You can see, ideally you cannot apply within 6 months, but then if a referral or an employee is referring you to a particular job and there is a urgent vacancy or a requirement, they don't consider such factors. Okay, so all the people who are graduates, BCom, BBA, or they might not be from commerce, this is the right time to start understanding what you like. When I was doing my BCom, that is when I started realizing that मुझे finance में जाना है. तो आपको इस stage पे बहुत clearly पता होना चाहिए that whether you are a accounting person or you are a finance person. Finance involves a lot of analysis. It includes a lot of concept clarity. Accounting, अगर आपकी maths अच्छी है, if you are good with numbers, a lot of numbers, then accounting is more about getting it balanced, right? Finance is more about analyzing or interpreting the results. So whatever you like, before that, you have to identify your niche areas. Anything else? Anyone? Any other questions you have? Okay, Harish, we'll find out. We'll see what can be done. And just one organization is not everything. There are so many others. So whatever fits right for you, go for it. And it's a personal suggestion from my end that don't just go for the brand, go for the profile, because eventually आपको profile help करेगा. If you are getting the desired profile in your dream company, nothing better than that. But if you're not getting it, then certainly don't just settle just for a big brand. Okay. So if I talk primarily about the kind of roles you can target post this course, I will give you an idea about how the entire finance industry works. We are not just going to talk about valuation or equity or corporate finance. We'll also touch upon investment banking. You can apply as as a derivative analyst, a credit analyst, equity research analyst. You can be a part of the mutual funds. You can even enter the insurance industry. But before that, you will get a brief idea about how every industry works. वो आपको कब पता चलेगा? वो आपको जब आप मॉक इंटरव्यूज दोगे, दैट इज व्हेन आई विल बी एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट which subjects, which areas are you more inclined to. क्योंकि जब आप when you study in your graduation and post graduation or while working, you realize कि मुझे इस एरिया में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, एंड हर एरिया की हर टाइप की जॉब्स अवेलेबल होती हैं. वी जस्ट हैव टू हैव द पेशेंस. हमें पेशेंस रखना होगा टू target the same kind of profiles we want to enter into. But if you are a fresher, I suggest कि never settle for anything जो आप नहीं कर सकते for the rest of your life, right? If you're sure आपको फाइनेंस में जाना है, don't go for marketing. So अगर आप फाइनेंस में ही दो तीन डोमेन्स में शिफ्ट करते हो, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. बट इफ यू आर अ फाइनेंस गाय, यू आर एन अकाउंटिंग पर्सन एंड आपको नहीं मिल रही जॉब, डोंट जस्ट गो फॉर अ मार्केटिंग जॉब और डोंट गो फॉर एन ऑपरेशंस प्रोफाइल. नेवर सेटल फॉर दैट. You want to join I want to join EY in legal department. Okay, yes, you certainly can, Anubhav. In M&A legal. Okay, right, so that is a part of EY Parthenon, I believe. Yeah. You're a BCom and LLB graduate working as. Sure. What is stopping you from applying then? You can go ahead and apply, but make sure you apply for a specific job role. That is something I will tell all of you, that don't apply generally, right? जब आप एक generally अपना resume short submit कर देते हो, so that decreases your chances of getting selected in a particular domain. But जब आप एक specific job ID के लिए एक specific department में apply करते हो, that is when you tell them that I have the skills for this particular domain. Yes, Rakesh, I will not just provide you the questions, but we will also be practicing those questions in one-to-one personal mentoring sessions and mock sessions. So I have been doing it with some of my students. The whole purpose behind, taking these mocks is to increase or enhance your confidence. आई एम श्योर आप कॉन्सेप्ट सीख जाओगे, आप आंसर कर पाओगे, आपको टेक्निकल स्किल्स भी आ जाएंगी. बट व्हाट वी लैक is the communication and confidence with which we have to speak and how much to speak, right? So the course is going to launch on the 24th of December, guys. That is the coming Saturday. And I am not taking any more seats beyond today. So if you are interested, do let us know. If you have our WhatsApp, good enough. If not, then you can contact on our Gmail ID. So if any one of you is interested to know more about the course, or if you are interested to learn from me and get tutored or mentored by me, I would be more than happy to help you with anything. Okay. Hi, Harshit. and how has been your experience here at EY? Also, guys, I would like to say one thing that, never delay a process just because you feel that abhi bahut time hai, right? Trust me, I have learned it through my experience that the earlier you start preparing, आपको अभी लगेगा that, you're not getting enough time. But later, you will feel that, yes, just because I did it that time, मैंने अपने concept clear कर लिए, मैंने चीज़ों का logic समझ लिया, I am good to go. Right? So always get into this habit कि जहाँ से learning मिल रही है ले लो, right? And if somebody is spending their time curating a course for you or giving you that knowledge, the least you can do is trust them and let them do it. आप कंप्लेन तब करो जब आपको वो नॉलेज ना मिले, या आप क्वेश्चन तब करो, आप डाउट तब करो। अगर आप पहले ही डाउट करोगे कि व्हाट इफ दिस हैपेंस, व्हाट इफ दैट हैपेंस, आप सीख नहीं पाओगे। सो डू यू अग्री विद दिस, दैट सीखने के लिए यू मस्ट हैव एन ओपन माइंड, एंड सीखने के लिए कोई आपको रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं करता कभी भी। योर लर्निंग डिपेंड्स ऑन यू एंड इट नेवर स्टॉप्स, राइट? That is the reason I'm here, guys. If you have any slightest of the doubts, do ask me, because I know आजकल trust करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. But I'm here for all of you. I would be sharing a lot of my knowledge. जितना मुझे आता है, at least I want you guys to be confident enough to take accountability for what we know, right? So, Umesh, if you have our WhatsApp chat, if you're a part of the WhatsApp group, you know what to do. If not, you can get in touch with me directly by sending us an email on kgflearning@gmail.com. Okay, so Anubhav, if you want to apply directly, you can go ahead and apply. Also, for the legal roles or for the data analysis roles, or say you want to enter into the legal side of M&A. So for that, yes, I know that it's a sad state of affairs कि हमारे को एक particular post graduate होना जरूरी है, या we need to have a particular degree, which I guess you might not be having at this stage, which would fetch you that job. But irrespective of that, you should still uh, I mean, go ahead and apply. So if you have any questions, any queries, how to apply and all, I am here to help you if I can. Definitely, I'll do that. So anyone who wants to be a part of the WhatsApp group, irrespective of the course, and wants to start learning, and you want to get updated on what is happening. So I have a habit where even if you are there in the group and you are interacting, I will always try that, we share some interesting facts and figures. So let me just ask you a question, right? Anyone who knows what is the full form of Dabur? Dabur का full form पता है किसी को? कभी किसी ने सोचा है? What is the full form of ACC? Sure, Anubhav, I'm looking forward to it. I really hope that you get to learn something from me and we get to learn from each other. So I would like to, build this platform to foster growth, and I want we learn from each other. So it's not like I will teach and you learn, right? The way it should be is like both of us learn from each other, right? There are so many things we should work on together. So we all grow together. We cannot grow in isolation, right? So Dabur is Daftar Burman, right? And ACC is your homework. Find it out and let me know in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so EY Mumbai, Manali, I'm not much aware because one of my friend used to work there, but now I guess she's not there. But yeah, it's similar to the offices we have in Gurgaon, Noida, Pune, Kolkata. I know that there are not many videos available on YouTube, unfortunately, but then you can go ahead and watch at least the Gurgaon and Noida office on my channel. I have tried to incorporate a bit of bits of what we do and how we enjoy being a part of this culture. So I have a few vlogs on the same. You can enjoy that. Meanwhile, I recommend somebody to make a vlog on EY Mumbai. Doctor and Burman. No, it's Dakhtar Burman. Dakhtar Burman. Okay, that is the name of the person who was the founder of Dabur. So such kind of interesting things also we should know, right? What will be the classes timing? So Rakesh will be having our classes on the weekends. Depend karega कि weekend पे are we having the morning classes or the evening classes. Most preferably, we'll keep it evening. One time we'll keep it morning. We'll keep switching. And in case you miss a session, you will get the recording. One additional very important point to note here is that आप जब weekend पे classes attend करोगे, I will give you some live market data to work with, some sort of case study, some sort of written assignments, Excel related assignments जो आपको करना होगा, and those will be personally evaluated by me, right? So I will sit with you and tell you कि आप कहाँ पे lack कर रहे हो, right? So, Manali, to know more about the course structure, you can again send me an email at kgflearning@gmail.com and somebody from the team will get in touch with you directly. Okay. So, the course is starting on the 24th of December, guys, and there is so much in store for you. We will be we will start discussing the basics of accounting. We'll then move to the core finance concepts, which will include we will make an equity research report, right? We'll talk about company valuation. We'll talk about financial modeling, right? We'll also be talking about corporate finance, investment banking. Then I'll also give you some bonus lectures on stock market and how do you start investing in the market, right? It's not just enough to know those things in theory, but practically वो चीजें कैसे अप्लाई करती हैं, that is what makes you different, है ना? वो पता होना चाहिए हमें. And since you want to work in the modeling team, I think I would be able to guide you a bit because I am from the valuation and modeling team here. So you can get in touch with me and get your query solved. Rakesh, for the course fee, kindly get in touch with Aviral. He is the right person who can make it a smooth journey for you. And we do have a lot of discounts. I am very flexible with you people learning and joining. For me, fee is a separate, it's a secondary factor, not at all the primary reason, right? That's very nice, Manali. And I urge all of you, if you have worked on the equity research reports, do not forget to mention those in your resumes, right? Because when I gave my EY interview, the edge that I got was that I had worked on a lot of reports, right? So I was able to mention the same. I really hope that you get into the Mumbai office very soon and all the very best to you, Manali. And yeah, keep learning, keep growing. And I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful new year ahead, and all of you get what you aspire to do and what you aspire to be. So this is a true blessing from my heart that I hope all of you get to the right place, wherever you wish to be. And the most important thing, I hope you guys are happy doing what you are doing, right? So the most important thing is to be happy with the work that we do. So it is knowing what drives me, it is knowing what is my purpose in life, right? So if you've already decided that I want to be a part of the corporate culture, all the best and do your best. Anything else? Anyone who wants to know anything from my experience, or if I can help you with anything, let me know in the chat box so we can have a live interaction. One more suggestion before before I proceed, always make sure you have a smile on your face, right? That is the first key to increasing your confidence, and it makes somebody feel that, you are proud of who you are, which I think is the most important thing, isn't it? Being proud of the person you are. So, Manali, to read the top business newsletters and all, I would suggest you can download in Shorts, which is like a quick way to get what is happening. Again, Business Insider is the second thing. Money Control. You can also get a lot of news on Mint, right? So lots of things, guys. I mean, for the news, I think the best would be just using Yahoo Finance and just typing in that one keyword. So I don't usually read the news generally, but what I do is I use a keyword. So for example, I know something is happening in HDFC Bank. So I just type HDFC and then I look for that keyword and see all the news related to that bank or that sector. So the course duration is 2 months from my end, but the USP of the course is we are not restricting it to 2 months. You will get a chance to continue for as long as you want to keep learning. Okay, for the interview part, I think the quickest way would be Mint only. I would suggest you read Mint, you read Money Control, and also if you are a stock market enthusiast who wants to, not invest real money, then go for moneybuy.com. Moneybuy is a virtual trading platform. Also, ET Money is a very good platform to read news. Yes, Gauri. I mean, I do have some questions and answers along with the way you can answer those. But again, it's a part of the course. So I will be providing the same if you enroll in. And in fact, I would be taking your mock interviews and guiding you on how to speak and what not to say. Right? So we know कि इसका ये answer है, but where we lack is how do we say it? Okay, so I see that you are from a bit of tax background. Let me just touch upon this concept in tax that, uh, one of my student was asked that what is deferred tax asset? Like what is DTA, what is DTL? So can you let me know in the chat box कि just let me know कि आप DTA, DTL का concept आपको याद है? Would you be able to explain it in say 4-5 lines? What is DTA, DTL? I think it's a very basic concept in accounting, right? So DTA, DTL याद है आपको? Yes. बट दिस इज नॉट द राइट वे ऑफ एक्सप्लेनिंग, राइट मनाली? हमें अगर ये आंसर एक बीकॉम का इंसान दे या फिर एक एमबीए दे या फिर से एक बीकॉम ऑनर्स पर्सन दे तो फिर भी समझ आता है. बट इफ यू आर स्पेसिफिकली अप्लाइंग, if you're specifically applying for a tax rule, you should know that DTA or DTL arises as a result of the temporary difference between the tax expense and the tax payable. Yeah. Yeah, as Kesha said, that is the difference between tax income and accounting income. So, what is this tax income and accounting income? One is as per the corporate tax that you pay in your income statement, which is the book of accounts, the accounting income पे जो आप tax pay करते हो. One is the income that is computed by the tax authorities, right? So what is it called? आपको वर्ड यूज करने पड़ेंगे, टैक्स एक्सपेंस एंड टैक्स लाइबिलिटी. आर यू गेटिंग मी? हेंस आई टेल यू दैट हमें आता है, बट हम क्या बोले, कैसे बोले, सो दैट इट लुक्स, बिकॉज रिक्रूटर 2 मिनट में समझ जाएगा कि इफ दिस पर्सन नोज द कॉन्सेप्ट एंड हैज अ क्लैरिटी ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट. तो आपको उसको ये बताना है एक ही लाइन में कि मुझे सब आता है. आप उसको कंफ्यूज करोगे या ऐसा आंसर दोगे तो आपसे 10 क्रॉस क्वेश्चन करेगा. एनीवन हु नोज व्हाट इज वैक, व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ वैक? एनीवन? Yes. So it's the weighted average cost of capital, right? Can you give me the components of WACC? WACC में क्या क्या include होता है? Right. Good. So it's, mostly people answer that WACC includes the equity and debt. It is the weighted cost of capital, and it includes the cost of equity into the weight of equity plus cost of debt into the weight of debt. But वो गलत है. This is an incorrect answer. Can you tell me why? So मैंने बोला that WACC is the weight of equity into the cost of equity plus the weight of debt into the cost of debt. Is this formula correct or incorrect? Yes. So that debt is taken net of tax. So we take YMT 1 minus tax as the cost of debt, right? But my question is कि अगर मैं recruiter को बस ये बोल रही हूँ that WACC is calculated using equity and debt and their respective weights and cost. Is it correct? Yes or no? So do we only consider debt and equity in WACC, or there is something else that I'm missing? I think Harshad has already mentioned it, but any one of you can try again. Time factor is there, right? But am I missing anything? Or is just having debt and equity sufficient? Months. Okay. So, guys, the objective was to tell you that yes, exactly on point, retained earnings. So, we generally talk of WACC in terms of equity and debt, but do you know that there is an implied cost of retained earnings? There is a cost of preference shareholders, or there is a cost of preference shares as well. So, अगर हम बोलेंगे ही नहीं that WACC includes all the four sources of capital, that is where we go wrong. Recruiter को लगेगा कि आपको retained earnings and preference shareholders के बारे में पता ही नहीं है. But you have to tell him that in a general capital structure, we would normally find equity and debt. Hence, WACC is calculated using debt and equity. But what about the retained earnings and the preference shares? उनका भी तो cost होता है ना? What is the cost of retained earnings? Anyone? How do you calculate the cost of retained earnings? Yes, Manali, I'll be covering each and everything starting from the basics to your interview preparation and your resume building. Everything is consolidated as a part of this course. So this course is not just to impart knowledge, it is to also build your communication skills so that you can crack any interview. So coming back to the question, what is the cost of retained earnings? So anyone who tells me will get a special discount on the course. And I need the logic, right? Because logic is very important. Same as cost of equity. Why? Why is it as why is it is why is it an implied cost of equity? Why is it the same? Tell me. Anyone who wants me to answer this question, let me know. चलो एटलीस्ट हम यहाँ तक तो पहुंचे that it's the same as the cost of equity. Let me give you the reason why is it the cost of equity. Like why do we take the cost of preference as I mean the cost of retained earnings as the same as the cost of equity? Because it is a residual income like equity. Exactly. But let us think of it like अच्छा आपने 100 रुपीज अर्न किए योर नेट इनकम इज 100 रुपीज ठीक है अब व्हाट आर दी ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल टू यू आप उस 100 रुपीज का क्या क्या कर सकते हो गिव मी इन द चैट बॉक्स सम ऑफ द वेज यू कैन यूज दिस 100 आपने अपने डेट होल्डर्स का जो आपने लोन लिया था किसी से आपने उसमें इंटरेस्ट भी दे दिया ठीक है आपने अपने डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस पे कर दिए इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस पे कर दिए आपने डेप्रिसिएशन अमोर्टाइजेशन का चार्ज कम कर दिया फाइनली यू गेट 100 रुपीज एज योर नेट इनकम अब आप इस नेट इनकम को कहाँ कहाँ यूज कर सकते हो या क्या करोगे इस इनकम का टेल मी yes so you will either invest it back in the business or you will pay it as a dividend to whom equity shareholders or preference shareholders किसको दोगे आप डिविडेंड exactly so you will pay to the equity shareholders but the preference shareholders will have the preference over equity shareholders yes or no to receive the dividends is it so what I said is the preference shareholders will be paid first and then the equity shareholders will be paid if the company decides to pay dividend yes or no राइट सो अब आप लॉजिकली सोचो दैट अगर आपने 100 रुपीज अर्न किए उसमें से आपने सोचा कि मैं 20 रुपीज रख लेता हूँ अपने ग्रोथ एक्सपेंशन के लिए डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के लिए आई माइट यूज इट इन R&D so what is R&D guys anyone who knows the full form of R&D R&D रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट है ना कंपनी अपने रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट में यूज कर सकती है नए प्रोडक्ट्स लॉन्च कर सकती है उसके लिए दे वुड नीड फंड्स दे माइट इवन नीड फंड्स फॉर एक्सपेंशन पर्पसेस फॉर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन पर्पसेस राइट सो फॉर दैट दे माइट रिटेन 20 रुपीज ठीक है अब मुझे बताओ 100 में से दी रिटेन 20 हाउ मच इज अवेलेबल टू बी पेड एज डिविडेंड हाउ मच 100 माइनस व्हाट वेरी वेरी बेसिक आई नो बट स्टिल आंसर करेक्ट 80 is left. Yes, Manali, it can even use it for its day-to-day operations. So that is what I said, retain किया. ठीक है? Now this 80, they've decided to pay to the shareholders, right? Now tell me, 80 में से who will get the dividends first? The equity shareholders or the preference shareholders? किसको मिलेगा पहले? तो प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स को पे करने के बाद वट एवर इज रिमेनिंग इज पेड टू द इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. एंड फॉर दिस रीजन इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को एक और नाम से बोला जाता है. डज एनी वन ऑफ यू रिकॉल व्हाट दे आर कॉल्ड? आप में से किसी ने बोला था पहले चैट में ऑलरेडी. सो जस्ट गिव, लेट्स जस्ट टेल मी अगेन कि उनको और क्या बोलते हैं. व्हाट एल्स डू यू कॉल एन इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर? So the equity shareholders are called dash of the company. What is that dash? Partially correct, Harshad, but they are the residual owners of the business, right? They are not the owners, they are the residual owners. Why? उनको residual क्यों कहते हैं? Because they have a claim in the company's profit only after all the others have been paid. And answering your question, मनाली, आपने बोला preference से पहले debt भी pay कर सकते हैं ना? कर सकते नहीं, debt pay होता है उसके बाद ही shareholders पे होते हैं. So debt is an external or a third party liability. Third party liabilities are paid from what? They are paid from EBIT, right? What is EBIT? EBIT को और क्या कहते हैं? What is the other word for EBIT? Very smart, Harshit. EBIT is earnings before income and tax. Very good. No, it is interest, right? बट ये तो आपने फुल फॉर्म बताया है. आई एम नॉट आस्किंग द फुल फॉर्म, आई एम आस्किंग उनको और क्या कहते हैं. Well, I wanted to hear the answer that exactly, Gauri, very good. Operating profit. So EBIT is also the operating profit. ठीक है? Operating profit is not the same as net income. It is very different, right? अब चलो, let's come back to what we were discussing. Retained earnings की cost क्या होगी? The opportunity cost of equity. हमें ये बात समझ आती है? तो अगर मैं रिटेन नहीं करती, मैं इक्विटी मैं डिविडेंड दे देती. अगर मैं डिविडेंड नहीं देती तो मैं उसको रिटेन कर रही हूँ. एंड दिस इज द रीजन आई से दैट द कॉस्ट ऑफ रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स इज द फोरगोन कॉस्ट और द अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी. समझ आया? हाँ या ना? समझ आया आपको? The cost of retained earnings is the foregone cost or the opportunity cost of equity. Always remember. ठीक है? तो गाइज दिस इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. इस टाइप के कॉन्सेप्ट्स हमें पता सब होता है बट वी डू नॉट हैव अ क्लैरिटी ऑन दिस, है ना? मैंने एकदम से उसको पिकअप किया बिकॉज आई थॉट इट वाज इम्पोर्टेंट. आप मुझसे कोई भी कॉन्सेप्ट पूछ लो. द रीज आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि मुझे आता है. आई एम सेइंग मुझे इसीलिए आता है क्योंकि मैंने लॉजिक समझा था, राइट? मैंने कभी भी फॉर्मूलाज याद नहीं किए, मैंने कभी भी उसको बस रट नहीं लिया. गेट इनटू दिस हैबिट. कुछ रटो मत, समझो, कहीं से भी समझो, बट गेट द लॉजिक क्लियर. क्यों हुआ? बी क्यूरियस टू अंडरस्टैंड हुआ क्यों. आई वॉन्ट टू नो द रीजन, राइट? बुकिश नॉलेज है, आई नो, बट यही तो टाइम है. बुक को छोड़ के उसको प्रैक्टिकली समझने का। अगर जॉब नहीं मिल रही, अभी इंटर्नशिप नहीं है, तो सीखो, समझो किसी से पहले। एग्जैक्टली, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम। ट्वेल्थ में हमें बस फॉर्मूला पढ़ा देते हैं, कोई लॉजिक नहीं, क्यों आया पता नहीं, बस याद कर लो, राइट? बट कॉर्पोरेट में, रियल लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं होता। वी डोंट इवन यूज द सेम फॉर्मूलाज। आपको लगता है इतना टाइम है कि वी अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला, वी लुक फॉर पैट? नो। बहुत बार आपको डायरेक्टली चीजें दे नहीं रखी होंगी। बट अगर आपको कॉन्सेप्ट पता है, आपको लॉजिक पता है, आप खुद उसका फॉर्मूला बना लोगे, राइट? तो आई होप दैट आप लोगों को ये छोटा सा सेशन अच्छा लगा हो। एंड इफ यू गाइज रियली लाइक द सेशन, एक बार मुझे कमेंट चैट में बताओ, सो दैट आई फील दैट yes, we all have benefited being a part of this live. So let me know if you guys have learned something new, and if you want to continue learning with me, and you want कि हम एक दूसरे से ऐसे चीजें डिस्कस करें, do drop in a mail at kgflearning@gmail.com, and we will certainly get in touch and be a part of this course together. Great guys, all the very best to all of you, and I hope that हम जल्दी मिले. So let me know in case any one of you wants the live again. So आप लोग जब भी अवेलेबल होते हो, we will definitely get in touch again. We'll discuss a lot of questions. But इस बार आप लोग मुझे बताना कि आपको क्या, कौन सा टॉपिक समझना है, किसमें प्रॉब्लम आती है. We can talk about the different ratios. हर रेशियो का मैं आपको रीजन दूंगी. मैं नहीं चाहती कि आप फॉर्मूला याद कर लो, ठीक है? So quit that rectification, and let's start learning and understanding the concepts in detail. Okay. So thank you each one of you for joining. In case of any more questions, as I had already said, feel free to reach out to me at kgflearning@gmail.com. I will add you to the WhatsApp group, and coming Saturday, Sunday, let's start this learning opportunity together. And I hope to see you all in my sessions. So all the very best to all of you. Wish you a very happy and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.